Hey everyone, Stacey Ellis here with Chronic Liberation. This is an update. I'm just hanging out here with my doorknob, as you can see. Yeah, so I was almost in remission for multiple sclerosis a couple of years ago, about 2.5 years ago or so, using diet and supplements after having gone to a naturopathic doctor. I started being gang stalked. In other words, I'm the victim of contract stalking and organized harassment because the deep state or the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them don't like me because I tell the truth about cures in the pharmaceutical industry and all that stuff. And so when I started this YouTube channel, even though I haven't done much with it, I started being gang stalked. And I was so angry that I was being harassed that I started clenching my teeth at night. And then I used a mouth guard, which did even more damage. Long story short, because of the damage to my teeth, it affected the nerves of my teeth, which affected and progressed the MS. So now diet and supplements are not enough for me to keep my MS in remission. I need to shut down the disease, like, permanently. So I started seeing a classical homeopath, and we'll see how that goes. Backup option would be something like food grade hydrogen peroxide or MMS. This is not medical advice, by the way. This is just stuff I've researched on my own and that I'm considering using. Of course, the police are still doing nothing to help me. I'm not one of those crazy people who thinks that the police should be defunded, but I don't understand why they're not helping innocent Americans who are being harassed. And the agencies do nothing either. I've even called the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and nothing. No one does anything. The agencies just mess with me. Everyone gives me the runaround. And I know other targeted individuals have had the same experience. So, so much for being a free country. So in terms of my teeth, I don't know if my voice sounds different to you right now. I have retainers in because I've started the process with the orthodontist of getting my teeth fixed and put back where they're supposed to be. So that's going to probably take a couple of years. In the meantime, I'm also going to need to get some of my wisdom teeth removed that I previously had not had removed. So who knows how that's going to go. Hopefully that won't cause me to have an MS attack. An MS doctor has assured me that, that doesn't happen when people with MS get their wisdom teeth removed, but I've read it can happen, and I don't necessarily trust the conventional medical system, so who knows what's going to happen. But that's not happening yet. That's going to be several months from now anyway. And then, as a targeted individual, as crazy as we are, we believe some of us do get chipped. We go in for surgeries and we do get chipped. So when I go in to have my wisdom teeth removed, whenever that may be, I hope I don't end up being a cyborg as a result. So I'm putting this video up kind of like preemptively, but also as a way to just let people know what's going on in my life and, just, I guess, being as visible as possible, even though I know this will be censored, might even be taken down. No one cares. No one's going to help me. I don't know how many people see this. Nobody helps targeted individuals. I've even contacted the White House. Nothing. I mean, now that Biden is a fake president, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of progress made on that front. Although, speaking of fronts, that could just be a front and who knows what's happening behind the scenes. So, what else? Yeah, so it's going to be a while until my teeth get fixed. In the meantime, I have to get ahead of the disease before it gets ahead of me and permanently just shut this down, as permanently as possible anyway. There are permanent ways, in my personal opinion, not medical advice, of shutting down diseases, of reversing disease. There are lots of cures that exist outside of the conventional medical system. According to the FDA, only a drug can cure. But according to my personal experience and my personal opinion, most of the times, anything but a drug is what cures. But, it's not a cure if it isn't a drug, according to the FDA, because we have to protect Big Pharma. So I figure since all of these people are harassing me, I might as well put this video up anyway, because I'm so sick of this shit. I've been gang stalked for close to 3 years now. My brother was sent a honeypot that he's engaged to, and he doesn't believe me because he doesn't really want to wake up yet. I should have been healthy. I was almost in remission when this gang stalking bullshit started. I had one symptom left. My only symptom left at that time was a little bit of a tingle in my lower back. And now I have a bunch of symptoms. So this is what happens when you're diagnosed with the disease and you're smart enough to figure it out. People like me are targeted. We are found and we are targeted through the medical system as we are diagnosed with these diseases, so that the deep state or big pharma or the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them, if you believe in crazy conspiracy theories, can stay a step ahead of everything and continue to suppress consciousness and control what we manifest and how reality is created on this planet. So yeah, that's just a quick update, I guess, on what's been happening with me. I wish that I had a more pleasant update, I wish I could say, hey, I'm finally in remission or cured or whatever you want to call it from this disease. But, I should have been. But that's why people like me are targeted. And like I said, no one does anything about it, which is really disappointing. I'm not one of those crazy people who thinks that we should defund the police, but it's really disappointing that they don't stand up for us. And I know there are good people working in the agencies, but I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I know this program will be brought down eventually, but I don't know how long. I'm 41 years old now. I think I've had MS in some form or another since I was a kid. I think what triggered it all was childhood vaccines. I'm not going to go through like the entire etiology of my disease, but maybe in some video I will, but yeah, so I think it was triggered by childhood vaccines, and I've basically been struggling my whole life in one form or another with this, and I wasn't full-blown until my early 20s, and I wasn't diagnosed until 35, and now I'm 41. And so, as I was going through life, I kept thinking, my life will get better, but I didn't know I kept getting sicker until I was finally diagnosed, and then looking back, everything made sense of, like, why I could not build a life for myself, and, why things were the way they were. And now being targeted on top of it, it's just like, it just seems like shit just gets worse. So I don't know when I'm going to be healthy. Hopefully soon. Hopefully within the next couple of years at the latest, if not sooner than that, depending on which treatment I go with. And I don't know when I'm going to be free. I assume I'm not going to be free until this program is taken down, and I don't know how long that's going to be. It could be like another 3 or 4 years maybe from what I've read, but who knows? I mean, it could be this year, it could be 5 years. What if it's 10 years, What if I'm not free until I'm like 51? I'm 41 and I never really got to live. So yeah, I'm a little bitter. Yeah, I'm pissed, Like, the medical system made me sick because that's what they do. They make us sick. They left me undiagnosed, and they've been harassing me since the day I was diagnosed. Not only have they messed with me, but they've messed with my family. And there's other people online that talk about these things, that talk about cures for diseases and natural medicine and different systems of medicine. I don't see any of them being gang stalked. I don't see any of them being harassed to the point that, like, they end up with their disease being progressed and whatever else going on. But somehow, I guess it's easy to harass the person that has MS and a vagina. If I were some big dude, some big healthy dude, I imagine I maybe would not have been messed with, at least not in this way. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just really disappointed in my own country, which makes me sad. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. So I just figured I'd put this video up. I mean, if I'm going to be harassed even when I don't do shit, I might as well do some shit. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of being sick my whole life and treated like shit my whole life. Not even since I was diagnosed, but even before then, for just being someone who didn't really fit in, even though I'm not a criminal, I don't bother anybody. But, like, when you don't really fit, especially when you live in a place like Massachusetts, it's like really programmed here, then it's always kind of weird. I feel like if I'd grown up anywhere else, I probably would have been healthy and maybe would have had a normal life, but I wish I'd been healthy enough to leave this place. I know a lot of people live in Massachusetts and they love it, and that's great, good for you, but it's not where I should have been. This isn't the life I was supposed to have. So, I'm just venting. I'm just updating and venting and telling everyone what's on my mind. As someone who is targeted, I'm also kind of isolated, and I've been sick for a long time, so I don't really have a lot of people to talk to. So this is it. Yeah, maybe I'll make more videos. If I'm going to be harassed no matter what I do, if I'm going to be gang stalked even when I sit on my thumb and spin, I might as well make videos and tell people what's going on and expose all the disgusting filth in this country, which includes authorities who are supposed to be helping us not helping us, which includes doctors who are supposed to be helping us not helping us, which includes people like me being harassed, innocent law-abiding American citizens being recruited against their will into a slow kill program, and nobody does anything to help us, and it's been going on for decades. And when you tell people, some of them think you're crazy. They're like, oh, that doesn't happen, especially in America. Yeah, my ass, it doesn't happen. When I talk to people from other countries, they believe me and they get it right away because they know these things happen. I love America, I love Americans, but generally Americans can be a little naive. I think because the corruption in America is kind of just starting to come out and it's been covered up for a really long time. The corruption in America has always been like kept kind of like undercover, whereas in other countries it's more apparent. So yeah, people, it's hit or miss with like who believes me, but whatever. I mean, anyone can research this program, anyone can get information on it, and I just wish people would kind of wake up a little bit more. I know we're in the middle of an awakening now. I know people are waking up, but I mean, for me, it's kind of a little too slow. Because I've been woke for a while now, and I'm pretty woke. And, to be targeted, you're pretty woke to be targeted. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. No one probably cares, but, except for the people who harass me. But, yeah. Good luck to me not dying of MS now that my disease has progressed because of the harassment. I don't know what's going to happen with the TI program. Like, after it's taken down, or the TI is actually going to be taken care of. I heard someone say that the TIs will get veteran status and veteran benefits because technically I'm a prisoner of war in my own country. So I don't know if that's going to be happening. I'd like to know who I can sue because right now even lawyers are in on this program. Judges are in on this program. Everyone's in on it. There's nothing I can do to help myself. If I had a lot of money, maybe I could have done something to help myself and stop this. But if I had a lot of money, I probably wouldn't have been messed with to begin with. So, yeah, so much for being free and having rights, right? Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen with the TI program. I don't know what's going to happen to all the people participating in it. I don't think it's possible to arrest all of them. I don't know if they're going to be punished somehow. There are a lot of people I'd like to sue, but, that doesn't really get me my life back. And I assume being a TI, maybe something will be in place for us, like, we should all be paid out for the rest of our lives for the way that we've been treated. But who knows? If I have to sue everybody, I'll sue everybody. That's not enough, though, because this is a criminal act. This is illegal. This is criminal. People should be behind bars for this, including all of the gang stalkers who are participating in it, which could be millions of people. And unfortunately, it's unrealistic to think that they would all be arrested. But they should be. They don't give a fuck. They've lost their humanity. A lot of people who harass me are my neighbors. They're involved in this program. Not all of them, but some. They know I have MS. They know I'm not a criminal. They don't care. They're getting paid in their gift cards. They don't give a shit if I die. They don't give a fuck. And I have to say, like, I am really disappointed in the local police. I am really disappointed that they don't. Yeah, but like I said, I don't think we should defund the police or anything like that. I'm just disappointed that nobody does anything about this program. The FBI hangs up on me when I call. They don't want to hear it, What are they going to say? Yeah, we're harassing innocent people. Yeah, like we do the bidding of the corporations and the Illuminazis. Is that what they're going to say to me? No, they're not going to say shit. Everyone's just going to sweep it under the rug and try to make it seem like people like me are crazy. What does the FISA court do? Why was the Patriot Act enacted? I mean, why do those things exist? How come I can look up the targeted individual program and get information on it? How come there's tons of TIs online trying to get the truth out? And we're censored and suppressed. And by the way, those TI organizations that are supposed to be helping us, I can't speak for all of them, but my guess is probably all of them, if not most of them. I won't mention any names, but some of the most popular ones, the most well-known ones, have actually targeted me. So some, if not most, or all of the TI organizations are suppressing TIs, the same way the medical system suppresses cures, the education system suppresses knowledge, the energy companies suppress free energy. I mean, it's just, everything's a cover, everything's a front, everything's a smokescreen. And I'm just sick of it. And I wasn't expecting to make a video tonight, but I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm so sick of it. And no one fucking does anything. I'm so sick of sitting here and like, you know, trying to think of ways to make the world a better place and trying to heal myself and trying to help other people. And it just feels sometimes like nobody's doing anything. Like, they know all this shit is happening on the planet, and sometimes it feels like nobody's doing anything about it. I know that's not true. I know there are people doing things about it, even in the intelligence agencies, even the military, even just people like me. I know that. Just saying, that's just how I feel sometimes. And so, you know, so I made a video. I'll see you later.